What's going on? Just give me a second. I was thinking of this song because today when I was listening to it, it kind of it's not that I was using my imagination, but it kind of forced me to look at what's happened at our home and our community, Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Um, I think other people use their imagination. I don't think we use enough of it because, sadly enough, again, let me remind everyone, I do not have the copyrights to this song. This is all YouTube's, not permission. This is all YouTube's. All the songs that I'm using is from YouTube, so I do not have the permission for it. But getting back to what I was saying, um, what has happened in Williamsburg, Brooklyn? I could recall taking a train 1996, right? I used to work uptown and I used to get home like about 11 at night. And I remember this one time where, like, you used to take the train, and in Bedford, everyone used to get off in Bedford that was not Latino or African American, right? Everyone was of another persuasion, right? And I recall that this couple, they went beyond Bedford. They stood on the train, and I was alarmed. I was like, "Oh my God, they're gonna get robbed in the next stop." Because back in the days, certain people got off in Bedford, and some people didn't. I'm just being honest because that's the way it was. And again, I'm just telling you about my perception, what I've seen and I've noticed. And it's so funny how it was back from that time that I remember um, that a couple crossed Bedford stop. And I was like, what are they doing? Oh my God, they're going to get robbed. Oh my God. And they ended up getting off in my stop. And I was like, ay, Dios mío, le van a quitar todo, le van a quitar los pantalones, los chavos, hasta los hasta los los pan, I'm stuck right there. Los pan, le va a quitar el pan. Yeah, they're going to take their bread. But anyway, my point was like, but look what it has turned into. I mean, again, I'm just calling it as I see it. Because I remember, again, when we were younger, there was no bike lanes around here. But as soon as and I welcome it. I don't have a problem. I'm just noticing how the change came slowly. I don't know if you saw it, but I saw it. Um, the bike lanes appeared. The L train was getting faster service. And then all of a sudden, these new beautiful buildings were being built. And I was like, wow, ¿qué está pasando? And then what topped it off was one time, I remember it was like the year 2002. I was in a certain park from the neighborhood. And I see a poodle, a beautiful one of those, all with the whole shebang, all hooked up, shaved up with the little a poodle. And right after I saw the poodle, I saw a pit bull just run up on the poodle, and I said, "Se murió, se murió el poodle." But that's not what happened. Of course, you know what those do. The poodle started going, and I was like, "Yo, where the hell do you see a poodle?" I mean, a pit bull ran towards the poodle, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's it. It's over. The pit bull's gonna eat this poodle." But the pit bull started sniffing the poodle's ass, which is normal. But it was kind of like foretelling what was gonna happen in this neighborhood because it was representing change. If I kind of my lip here, you ever had this? You eating food and and you bite your lip. I bit my lip here y me duele. Yo estoy hablando, but me duele. So you might see me go like this. The thing is killing me. But anyway, so I saw that it represented change because my question was like, what the hell? Where in New York City are you gonna see a pit bull humping a poodle? I know it happened in where I'm from. It rhymes with Schwilliansburg. It rhymes with it. It's not. I'm not saying I'm from there, but I'm saying it rhymes with Schwilliansburg. But anyway, I started noticing the change. But um and then as things started changing around the area, and I'm not listen. I welcome it. It's beautiful what's happening, but the sad part of it is there's a cause and effect. What was the effect? Our people, my people, you know, the Latinos and the Africanos, my people, they were easily being pushed away from the neighborhood. That it was so sad to see friends of mine, move away, and people from other parts of the neighborhood that I know that they were forced to move out. But I saw it and I was like, but how did this happen? Because it's funny because you know, I was like, but I don't get it. How are these big developments happening in this neighborhood? They just can't force themselves here. I mean, our congresswoman is Boricua. So how is this coming about? How is this coming about? I'm just talking about my perception. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Porque yo soy un poquito exagerado. But this is something, but I'm not done. Because in order, let me see, this is 11206, 11211. And then everything started getting rezoned. They were rezoning everything. But the people that were the politicians here were Latinos. So, ¿qué está pasando? ¿Qué fue que pasó? Did you ever think about that? If you didn't, I hope you're thinking about it now. Because now, look at 2020, what's happened in the neighborhood. And I'm talking about from the 90s that I started seeing the progression of what was happening. And we all know about the infamous Music and More, that we always have Music and More, and then it got shut down, right? No, excuse me, we don't want no music here. This is a situation. Yeah, because you didn't understand the music. And now, again, how did this happen? When um because the fact is the politicians in this neighborhood were Latinos. So I don't know what happened, but it happened. So now, of course, when because I look at all of us as tribes. We are all tribes. We are Taino Indians. We are blessed to have Spaniard, European, we have African in us, and we have Taino Indians. We're all tribes. So which is the tribe that is conquering us right now? Think about it. Think about it. Because people complain. You want to complain, but what did you do about it? Oh, forget about what did you do about it. What are you doing about it now? Think about it. I'm just trying to wake you up for a second. Let's not complain. We can't do it all the time. Oh, they're trying to push us out. What did you do to stay pushed in? Or what are you doing now to push back? Because I could tell you, I don't know. You should be able to figure this out. Right now, if the area, the residents is changing also, then that means there's going to be a time one has to vote. And guess who's going to be the one? I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying this is what I'm seeing. I'm noticing. You know, they told me when I was growing up as a teenager that it was all hell in the 80s. You know, there was nothing else to do. We was victims of our environment. But but I was open minded to hearing what's out there, and I'll never forget Ernie Anastas, Channel 7, Eyewitness News. I was just chilling on the couch, about 17, 18 years old. And it was like his as though he was talking to me. He goes, "It's predicted that in 2010 that Latinos are going to be 32%. They're going to be the popular statistic in New York." And then he looked at the camera and got close to him and was like, "Where will you be at the totem pole?" And I was like, "Yo, you talking to me? He's talking to me?" So that's when I started getting my stuff together. I say, the one thing that I'm very competitive. Thank God for that. So that's when I started getting my stuff together. I know today the segment I'm not bugging out like I usually do, because this is something that today I was just looking out the window, just looking at everything around and saying, "Yo, man, this had us. It just didn't happen. It was a process that was slowly happening. Like, did didn't anyone else notice it? And what are you doing about it?" Because I know a lot of people. "Oh, I'm packing and I'm leaving." Well, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not leaving. I'm from this neighborhood. And anyway, let me get back to. So they told me. They said, "Listen, get your education and something, and you're gonna have a glorious life." The whole shebang. Get your education. Get this, that. Well, I did. And it's funny because now the game that they're playing is that I'm not bitter, because I'm happy for anybody who got the affordable housing and they're living their lives in these beautiful, beautiful developments. I'm happy for them. But I'm like, whoa, whoa, can I get a break? I'm not upset at all. But I haven't got a break because I'm not asking for nothing. So you know what's my challenge is? They challenge me to make a couple of more zeros more at the end of my salary. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be with what I do. I'm just saying that I'm just gonna go all out as far as with Jay Reyes Perspective. I'm writing a lot of material to get back on the stage and do some comedy. That's the way they pushing me to do it. Because that's the way I'm feeling. This is the rain in the morning, 9 o'clock. I'm looking out the window out of my classroom, and I'm like, wow, look at this development, look at this development, right? Graham is not. Graham no es Graham más nada. Yo ahorita le van a cambiar Graham Avenue de Puerto Rico. Eso se va a mirar para. It's not gonna be that. Trust me. I don't know what they're gonna call it, but they're gonna definitely try to. They're gonna probably call it Graham crackers, because they don't want us to say Graham, because we all know, we all had that teacher that used to correct us when I used to be like, "Oh, I'm going to Graham." They used to go, "It's Graham. It's Graham." Algo que le pasa a esta pendeja, she doesn't pronounce the H. Well, just to let everybody know, like, the reason that our grandparents, uncles, and aunts say Graham was because they actually had the proper pronunciation, because there was an H there and they were pronouncing it in Spanish. Graham. ¿Viste? Even though in Spanish the J's, the J is has that sound, like my name is Javier, but that was what it was, and that is it's gonna change. It's not gonna be Graham Avenue. It's gonna be Graham Crackers. Was that racist? Oh my God, that I didn't mean that. No pun intended. But it's not gonna be Graham Avenue, Puerto Rico for long. That's all I gotta say. They probably keep it Graham. And of course, I like me some smorgasbord. And what was the main, you know, what's the main ingredient in that. But yeah, that's how I've been feeling. How about you? When you look around and look at these big developments, how do you feel? I know this has been one of my serious talks with you, because it's, again, like I said, I don't I don't have no script here. I just get on the way I feel. I just get up and I talk. But the neighborhood is changing. What are you doing to stay? That's my question to you. What do you do? Do you want to stay or do you want to go? And if you go, are you forced to go? If you're forced to go, listen, I understand. But if you're leaving because you feel like you're going somewhere better at your own will, that's even better. That's even better. But if you're leaving because you're forced to go, and you have that just a little more energy to fight, to demand right now for our politicians in this neighborhood that you know what they did to us. They filled them pockets, right? So like I said, it's something that's been on my mind. And all I gotta say is that I hope that with all this that's happening, when the jobs come flaming back, everybody in this neighborhood. Oh, I'm gonna tell you what it just came to me because these things come to me. Remember, Netflix. Netflix is already building their big studios. They have 5 studios on Johnson Avenue. And trust me when I tell you, I pass by there every day and I speak to all the big security people there. And I said, listen, when are the big bosses coming? And they're like, and I showed them my ID. I said, listen, I want to get a lot of my kids in here doing internship. I want to get them jobs here. And the guy go, oh, yeah, that's good. And I'm telling you, I do it every day. So one day I'm gonna bump into one of them big wigs, and I'm be like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm gonna show him my ID, and I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm school's right over there, and we would love a bridge program to your internship. I would love a bridge program. I have a bunch of kids that are waiting. That's my idea. That's my plan." But thank you for hearing me out. I think this is actually the longest 16 minutes in going. It's actually the longest because it's something that I'm talking from the heart. Even when I joke from the heart. But this was a little bit more serious because it's something that the neighborhood is changed and it keeps on and on and on. And I just hope you guys remain. So fill out every application that you can. If you could if you excuse me if if your salary allows you to apply for affordable housing and you can stay in the neighborhood, do it. Take advantage. Don't let everybody else come for someone else and take that advantage. You know, I see people that's still living in my building. I'm like, what are you doing? Fill out these applications. I filled out like 11 and all 11 were like, vete pa allá. They were like, so I encourage people. That's what I do. I tell them, I say, listen, fill that out. You know, NYC Connect, go fill it out, make a profile, and start sending it out. Go. And that's what I do. But anyway, God bless you all. Thank you for having your ear. And again, I don't know when I'm gonna be this serious again, so you got to take advantage of it. But I think it was something I needed to vent because I still see the changes drastic. It's crazy. Um, Again, God bless you, and like always, get that good night's sleep.